Good morning, friends and Bitcoiners. All of our friends out in Instagram land, hello to you as well. Just getting everything started for this wonderful Christmas Eve day. Hope that all of you are having wonderful time with your family, your friends, and the time off from work. Or for those of you that have time off from work, if you don't, I'm sure it's a short day, so you'll be back home in no time. So, as we do, we like to start off the show by going over or first off, let me introduce myself. My name is Mr. Clifford T. Mitchum, and I will be your host today. I am also the educational director for BitcoinCryptoNews, an aggregation site that looks at top stories throughout the crypto space, brings them all together in one location so you can get the best information and updates on what's going on in the crypto space. So, good morning, Mr. Paul Rouleau, and all of our Bitcoiners out there. Uh, also, want to give a shout out, as we like to do, to our friends over at Bitcoin and Coffee. Eugene didn't do a show today, but I'm just glad to hear that him and Sam are doing wonderful with the family. They get some time off from the old grind. Relax. I know you do it, far more frequently than I, and all of your work is greatly appreciated. So, with that, let's get started by going over our disclaimer. The information provided in this show is for educational purposes only and is not financial or investment advice. For financial advice, please speak with a licensed professional. So, with that done, let's get into it. So, looking at in the crypto space, this is the week of December 16th through December 22nd. Bitcoin started off the week at $3,253.12, finishing out the week at $4,014.18. That's a gain of $761.06 or 23.4% increase. Now, this, I expect a little bit of a jump, if not a little more flat. A 30% increase, or virtually 30% increase? 20, rounding better, by about 25%. We'll split the difference on that. About 25% increase, a lot better than I had expected or I had anticipated personally. Uh, the real driver to this is I really see a lot of individual investor activity. With all the big wigs, the big financial players moving out of the crypto space at this time of year, it's just been an awesome field for everybody else that's been a hodler to actually get back in, make some quick gains, and then sort out everything else for their books for the year. Nothing wrong with it. I personally had not planned on doing really trading or activity until January because I was expecting another dip towards the end of the year and then moving up to a higher movement. But this last minute bump, hey, good on it. Glad to see that everybody's out there. But crypto in year on year has had a drop. The bump generally started a little bit earlier and it's been more consistent. This has been more of a flash jump, and I would expect for it to drop again towards the end of the year. Uh, will it hold out for another week? I think it probably will, but I don't expect much. I would expect it to taper off towards the end of the week as we get closer to New Year's, just because New Year's last year it was pretty solid throughout New Year's, but the entire year was solid. With everything that's been going on this year, I would expect to see a dip towards the end of this week, personally. But hey, we're all on pins and needles to see what actually happens. All right, so looking at that, moving on to last week in Bitcoin. This year, last week, Bitcoin started off the week at $14,602.20, finishing out the week at $14,656.20. That is a $56 gain. Only 0.4% increase for that week last year. So, like I said, it was a higher level and just kind of hung out at that point. Whereas everything else for the year in our year right now has been down, and then we're seeing a little jump. It's just a little skip off the bottom if to turn a phrase. Actually, that's not actually a phrase, but anyway, we'll say it like that. It's a little skip off the bottom, and probably would expect it to drop back down. So last year they did see just a modest increase. Uh, Virtually nothing as far as the crypto space goes. 0.4%. I mean, it's barely even a drop in the bucket. So it was really flat, and that was more of what my expectation would have happened this week. Uh, just not just not as much of a gain. Not hating on it at all. I mean, it's lovely anytime we see any gains going on in the crypto space, just as we move towards wider adoption. So now, when we look at what was going on last year, next week, crypto started out in that week of December 23rd going through December 29th at $19,475.80, finishing out the week at $13,831.80, that being a $5,644 drop or 29% decrease. So now that is more of what I would expect for the coming week. Uh, it's already so low, I wouldn't expect to see a huge drop, but I don't expect it to continue to rise up. More than anything, I would be in the range, if I would venture out so far as to put a number, maybe about a 10% drop. That's what I would look for, and that's what I personally would expect. Even last week, I expect only a modest increase, maybe 10% at best, but I didn't think near the 23% that we got. So just kind of one of those things. We just got to gauge what's been going on to see what's been going on in the future. I know there's guys out there with TA that can, nail it down better and pinpoint it, but there's so many out there and there's so many different opinions. It's really all just turns into a mucky mush, just so much going on. But hey, I'll throw my hat in the ring just as far as the limited chart reading that we're going into. But uh, we just got for next week. We just got over the all-time high, which again I keep getting in closer and nailing down that number better. But CoinMarketCap had the all-time high at $19,939.50. So I mean, the closer I look at this, the more detailed I get, the closer I get to that number of 20,000. So, we had the all-time high last year. We didn't get an all-time high this year, and we're not getting an all-time high this year. Next year, it's going to be a gangbusters year. That's my expectation. So with that, let's go on and get into our quarterly activity. So, and right there. All right. So when we look at the quarterly action, what was going on in Q4 of 2017? That's going from October through the end of the year, December 31st. Bitcoin started off the quarter at $4,395.81, finishing out the quarter at $14,156.40. That's a $9,760.59 increase gain, or 222%. So again, the big run up, all-time high, $19,939.50. So we're not seeing numbers like that. This quarter was, gangbusters. We can look for the coming year to be closer to those numbers as we get greater adoption. The regulatory infrastructure is actually getting its feet under itself. So things are really just kind of coming together in the crypto space. So we can kind of, hope that the first quarter of the year, which generally isn't too good going in through January through the end of March, but it is a building quarter. It generally ends up down, but just going from the transition from the fourth quarter, everybody is finishing up their books, getting everything in order, getting ready for the tax man, and then moving on to the quarter as they build for the year and start putting together their framework of what their plan is going to do to implement their strategy. So, great quarter last year. The quarter up to this point, so if you look at last year, October to this day in the quarter, that would be starting out $4,395.81, finishing out at $17,706.90. So this is typically the peak is just crested. So we hit the peak and everybody starts pulling back and getting everything in order as we've been discussing. So this is the time that if you're taking profits, get them done now. I wouldn't plan on another bump or another jump, and even if there is one, you're not going to catch everyone. Don't feel bad. Just catch what you can. We had this last little dead cat bounce. Lovely. Get your profits if you're going to do profits and put that in. Last year, what I did is I spread it out into expanding my portfolio more than taking profits. I would not recommend that. Just because everything's been down so much that it's going to go down a little bit more. So it'd be better, in my opinion, what I'm thinking to do. It'd be better to hold on to my gains in fiat or into a stable coin, which there's many stable coins now to pick from. I don't have a particular favorite. The newer ones are, the thing about a stable coin, it's meant to be stable. There's no gain to get it. It's not an investment coin. It's a position holder. It's a placeholder. That's it. So pick one. And Tether's been around for a while. It's gotten through a lot of its kinks. So it's doing solid. USD or TUSD is a great project. They're a lot clearer and transparent in their activities. Nothing wrong with them. Gemini dollar, looking good on that as well. Pick the one you like. They're stable. They're going to be about a $1 USD. Almost any one will work. Just make sure it's one that you have some faith in. That's the main thing on that. But things are get into something. Look for another drop early January and then jump back in. You never catch the bottom. You never catch the top. Just try to get as close as you can without missing the opportunity. Buy low, sell high. Keep that in mind. So now in this quarter, we started out the quarter at $6,593.24, finishing out the quarter up to date, quarter to date, $3,997.41, and that is a $2,595.83 drop, or 39.4% decrease. Quarter's down. Every Bitcoin's still on sale. That's the great thing. All this fun about going dead and, oh my gosh, I've lost X amount in my portfolio. Perfect time if somebody's going to dollar cost average. I don't really see Bitcoin getting lower than what it's going to do in January for my expectations. Even now, it's still something that I'm looking at getting in, and I wish I'd put some more in last week just so I could take a couple hundred off my profits for this week. But it's just key is have the plan, get something in order, look at what's going on, so that way you can tell when there's particular movement. The chart reading we're doing right here is pretty, expansive, but without getting into too much detail and too much minutia, it's a great opportunity. We only see it getting better for the quarter, for the year, because all the regulatory framework is getting established and put and implemented, put into place. So sky's the limit. It's only going up. If it goes to 20,000, it was still a great buy at this level. If Bitcoin drops and it goes to 20,000, still a great buy at that level. It's my opinion. It's for educational purposes only, but take it for what it will. This is what I'm looking at. This is what I'm doing. So the quarter's looking, down, but everything's on sale. That's the key about Bitcoin. And we do have a joiner in our Instagram chat, Mr. Muhammad Rahman. Hello. Nice to see you out there. And crypto shout out to you. Thanks for joining in. Be sure to share, like the video, pass around to your friends, family, coworkers. Get them all coming out to BCN Crypto Kickoff. And moving into our top stories for the week. All right. So first big story. This one I think has massive reverberations. Western Union hints at using cryptocurrencies in its services. This is an article coming across our Twitter feed from CCN. Crypto, shout out to you. Thanks for providing a great article and information. And it goes on to state that the president of Western Union has come to light, and he sees how cryptocurrencies can be used for global money transfers. He does note that mass adoption is lacking, and he sees stable coins as a way to overcome the volatility. They did a test run earlier in the year, but they saw no worthy savings. However, this is largely due they did a limited test run. They only did about 10 markets. I mean, how do you really see what's going on in the crypto space with that? So it's glad to see that they have looked at that again and they see the opportunity there. So the key is it's coming. Mass adoption's on the way. But having companies like Western Union, who has been around for, I don't know, I'm seeing hundreds of years, but I want to say it's like two or three, but at least 1800, something like that. So about 200 years. But it's a great opportunity. This is a big paradigm shift. So it's great and very inspiring for the masses to see a large company, an established company, looking into using cryptocurrencies the way they are. But they're still a little tepid because the industry's still maturing. There's nothing wrong with that, but great to see it. And we have a new joiner into the Instagram chat, Ms. Nita Rahman. Pleasure to see you, darling. Wonderful to have you join us. Thanks for coming out. Be sure to tell your friends, family, everybody. Come check out the Instagram space for BCN Crypto Kickoff. All right. So, yeah, it's just great to see them doing that. Our next article. A Brazilian supermarket chain starts accepting cryptocurrency payments. This is an article came across our Twitter feed again from CCN. Thanks for the great information. 2 crypto shout outs to you. Keep going up with the great articles and info. So the article goes on to state Oasis Supermercado in Rio de Janeiro will accept BTC, BCH, and LTC. So that's Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash. It didn't specify what version of Bitcoin Cash with that whole drama. I'm not really into that too much. But a side note, anybody that was into Bitcoin Cash, that saw a big jump last week. Who'd have thunk it? But, good on them. But Oasis Supermarket's going to be accepting those for your grocery payments. They're doing a limited number of employees are going to be trained on doing cryptocurrencies and doing transactions for that. But it's great to see the adoption moving in and crypto space going towards that mass acceptance. All right. So the idea of this was actually brought to them by a former employee. So everybody that's out there, be sure to talk with your employer. Hey, why don't we accept Bitcoin? Hey, you know what? We should accept Bitcoin. Hey, there's this guy on the internet who has this wonderful sponsor, CryptoQuick.com, that says if we start accepting Bitcoin, we claim our listing there. They go ahead and make sure that people can find us when they go looking for places that accept Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. So be sure to check out the sponsor, CryptoQuick, so that way you can find any places that are going for you or near you that accept cryptocurrency. And you can also inspire other businesses to accept cryptocurrency and get on that. So, little plug for that. So Oasis Supermercado. You should check out Crypto Quick. Quick plug for that. All right. And so, the main thing is it's through people recommending this and people talking about it is what's going to get mass adoption. A person doesn't have to necessarily go out and start their own channel and start a show like this one, although, you can. But just talking, recommending, saying, hey, this is something we should really get into or at least look into. It can really help out the bottom line, and it's the way of the future. So get on the train. All right. Our next article start with the headline. If a key bill passes the U.S. government, it could begin to regulate crypto differently than stocks and prevent startups from leaving the country. This is an article coming in from Cointelegraph. Crypto shout out to you for the article and passing it around. Congressmen Warren Davidson and Darren Solo have introduced a bipartisan bill entitled Token Taxonomy Act in an effort to prevent overregulation in the cryptocurrency space. The idea came from the overregulation moves done to the internet in the beginning while it was maturing, and the crypto space itself is still maturing. The standout features of the bill are the capital gains tax exemptions for transactions that are below $600 and a new definition of digital tokens since cryptos are such a different animal from the legacy markets. This is just a great view to see the infrastructure that's coming in. the recognition of what cryptocurrency can do, and the fact that trying to overregulate it now is driving away business. Not treating it like a traditional security is making companies open up across the ocean, in completely different opportunities for American investors to actually take advantage of the potential gains that are going in the crypto space. So it's great to see the government, or hopefully see the government, get on board and make a welcoming environment to cryptocurrencies. And I mean, the biggest thing has been that capital gains tax. You don't want to have to go through the minutia of, you know, the moves that you're doing in any sort of trading or moving to cryptocurrencies and have to pay capital gains taxes on that, particularly for somebody that's been holding coins for years. It just doesn't make sense. Although we understand the IRS wants to get their little fingers into every little bit of crypto or any little bit of transaction or anything going on for any dollar or penny that's being moved. But it's something that's just it's going to stifle the golden goose. So it's great to see this bill coming through, and hopefully it's going to get some traction and pass. But it's late in the year. We currently have a government shutdown, which that bolsters all whatever for the economy. But it'd be good to see them getting on board and create an environment where cryptocurrencies can actually thrive rather than trying to overly control it. So good on those congressmen for doing that. Our next article, headline: Abolish the Federal Reserve, embrace Bitcoin. This is coming. That was said by Ron Paul, and this article came to us from the Bitcoinist. Crypto, shout out to you, Bitcoinist. Now, Ron Paul himself has been a longtime advocate for dissolution of the Fed. Their interest rate activities have been detrimental to the basis of the economy. Further removing the taxation aspect would save the economy because the markets are the ultimate power. Ron Paul, for those of us who've been following for a while, it's a great sentiment for what we can do financially to get that thumb of the Federal Reserve off of us. The interest rate activities of the Federal Reserve have historically been more detrimental to the economy of the average person. I understand that the overall state economy has done, I guess, well through their management, but the booms and busts that have been results of the interest regulation that the Fed has done has not truly been good for the average person. It's really curtailed and hurt the spending power of the dollar, and it's actually created the environment that welcomed in Bitcoin. So, I mean, good on them for doing their activities that created the crypto space. But the crypto space can actually resolve all the issues for the average person. The Fed can do everything for the state, country level, whatever they're going to do. But for us, we need to embrace cryptocurrency, and that's what Ron Paul's saying, because through that we can at least move away from the centralized banking aspects of it. So, that article has got a lot of traction. You have a lot of people that were sharing and liking it. I'm in agreement. I shared it. I liked it. It'd be nice to see. All right, so these are the top stories that we found and that I've passed across. I've had passed across our Twitter feeds. If you find an article that you feel should be included there, by all means, reach out. Let us know. At least make sure it's passing through the Twitter feed so we can come and catch my eye and we can have it included for our top stories for the week. So with that, moving on to our next segment, BCN 1 Minute With, where we take 1 minute and go over different cryptocurrency projects. Big crypto shout outs to Mr. Greg Hankel for sharing and liking videos. We also have a big crypto shout out going out to Patricia Crone French. Thank you for liking and sharing videos. So keep that up. That's how we get more information, more ways for people to learn about different projects and expand our knowledge in the crypto space. Bitcoin maximalism is great, but there's lots of other coins and projects that can provide a particular niche or activity. All right, so what we've been doing is going through the archive and putting videos out through Instagram and back through our feeds and channels. And on Mondays, I do the show, so I'm not doing a big new video. But last week we did an archive video for Ripple, which is the banking project. They're looking to marry the banks and remittance through cryptocurrency. We had NEM, which is a platform for moving funds internationally. They started from the Catapult project in, I want to say it was Hong Kong. Don't quote me on that. I don't remember off the top of my head. I didn't write it in my notes. But we had those. So check out those videos, look at those projects. On Tuesday, we have Bitcoin Gold. Now, Bitcoin Gold is a fork of Bitcoin. Came out about the time of Bitcoin Cash. And what they look to do is restore the power of GPU miners. So that way, the ASICs miners and the big mining houses don't have as much clout and pull in the crypto space. So they started that project to focus on that. On Wednesday, we had Engine Token, which is a smart currency for the gaming industry to manage virtual assets and use them within the gaming space. So that way somebody can, buy their electronic whatever inside their game whatever, and their funds are going to be protected, and the funds are going to be legitimate, so they're not getting scammed off of this because they didn't get their nice virtual jacket for their character or something. But it's a great project, wonderful potential, lots of great things that they're doing there. And on Thursday, we brought up a video from Tron, which is a crypto DApp platform and economy platform that allows of lots of flexibility for creation of different projects and tokens within that. Originally started from Ethereum, but check their video out on them. On Friday, we looked at Monero, and Monero's a privacy-focused cryptocurrency. So they're looking at making sure that nobody knows where your funds are moving and who they're going to. Just a matter of their ledger let you know that funds were moving. All right, so be sure to check out those projects. If somebody's looking to become a sponsor of the show once their project featured, we're not exactly going to go and shill a project, but we'll do a video on them and let people know about the project. So reach out, let us know, and maybe we can do that for you. All right. Now, Bitcoiners of Southwest Florida, they're going to be meeting January 3rd here at our headquarters of the Butterfly Estates. So Bitcoiners of Southwest Florida is the largest meetup group in Southwest Florida, and a place where Bitcoin enthusiasts can get together and talk with other Bitcoin enthusiasts without their eyes rolling back in their head because everybody's like, oh my God, he's bringing up crypto again, or something to that effect. And you can also share ideas and information on projects that you like and, just different stuff that's going on in the crypto space. So come by, check that out. We'll see you there January 3rd, 6 p.m., Butterfly Estates. So now, the best thing I can provide is our live courses. We teach people how to get into crypto. We teach people how to expand crypto. We have our Bitcoin 101 that gets somebody started in their basic accounts and wallets and knowing how to research coins and how to get into the crypto space. We have our Bitcoin 201 for once somebody's established, what they do to expand their portfolio, to get into other coins and projects, get on exchanges and the like. And then we have our Bitcoin 301 and 301 and 302. 301, we go over basic trading strategies and this trading plan. Excuse me. In Bitcoin 302, we expand on the trading strategies and how somebody can actually profit and use cryptocurrency to make money in a day-to-day situation. So now you can find us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. And then we have Minds, Tribes, MeWe for the up-and-coming social media platforms. Reach out to us there, share, everything going on on those platforms so we can get more knowledge in the crypto space and get away from the legacy, I shouldn't call them legacy, the standard status quo platforms that have really been stifling cryptocurrency and have not been really conducive for the expansion of mass adoption. If you'd like to use our referral links, you can find those below in the description for joining places like Coinbase, Cryptopia, Binance, any other exchange platforms. And we are always open to donations. We have donation links also below. If you'd like to donate a coin to keep this project going and expand BCN Crypto Kickoff, let us know what coin you'd like to use or use existing wallets down there. If there's a wallet we don't have, let us know. We'll find it, get it connected because, hey, anything we can do to help out the crypto expansion, we're down for. So, inherently, getting into cryptocurrency takes an element of risk. But you can't get ahead and gain without taking that risk. So you've got to risk it for the biscuit. Keep that in mind in doing all of your trading activity. Number one rule in crypto is don't play with more than you can lose, or don't play with anything that you're going to need in the short term. It's about long-term vision, seeing what's going to happen in the future, in the days, years, weeks, months to come. Keep that in mind in the crypto space. So thank you all of you for coming out, checking out the show. Be sure to follow us throughout the week. Let us know what's going on in your world. Have a Merry Christmas. I hope you had a great Hanukkah for those who do Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate, good on you for doing that. I will catch you next Monday, just before the first of the year, 4th of July. What am I thinking? So you all have a wonderful new year. Get that plan together for crypto. Let's cryptocurrency the world. Good profits for everyone. You have a wonderful day. See you next time.